My name is Donovan Moore. Along with my wife, Chandel, I own and operate Evil Genius Tattoo. Over the past few days, a video circulated online making some serious allegations about me and what happened behind our business. A lot of what's being said is simply not true. So let me tell you who I am. I'm not a millionaire, I'm not a politician, I'm not funded by grants, organizations, or public money. I'm a small business owner. I'm the guy who stays late, cleaning up, the guy who fixes broken doors, the guy who's scraping human waste, needles, foil, pipes, and garbage off private property so my staff and customers don't have to walk through it. I'm the guy trying to protect the business my wife and I built with our own hands. On Saturday, the 16th, around 5 p.m., staff inside the shop reported the smell of drugs being smoked behind the building. When I opened the rear door, a heavy wave of smoke came directly into the shop. One of our artists and their client, sitting up roughly 30 feet away, immediately noticed it and were affected by it. Behind our dumpsters on private property, I found two hooded individuals sitting on the stoop with drugs and paraphernalia spread around them. I aggressively swept the ground beside one individual and kicked the drugs and paraphernalia off the stoop while ordering them off the property. They started yelling immediately. At no point did I kick anyone in the head or assault anyone like people online are claiming. Then I saw two more individuals approaching from the opposite side of the dumpster. From where they were positioned, their view was obstructed. They identified themselves as outreach workers bringing water. I told them, take the individuals and leave the property. About 10 minutes later, staff heard a commotion outside and the confrontation video is what followed. Police attended, police spoke with me, and police left. Now let's address the claim that these individuals are, quote, not hurting anyone. That's bullshit. Business owners, staff, customers, and families should not be forced to inhale fentanyl or meth smoke or deal with contaminated environments entering occupied businesses. What people online don't see is what many business owners deal with every single day. Before moving to Rutland, I operated a studio downtown for over 8 years. During that time, I dealt with constant theft, vandalism, violence, assaults, and disorder. I've been bear sprayed, hit with hammers, cut with box cutters, stabbed, and suffered multiple broken bones defending myself, my staff, and my property. And despite what people think, this is not about hating homeless people. This is not about hating addicts. I understand struggle better than most. I grew up in abuse and trauma, and I made terrible choices when I was younger. And I spent nearly 2 decades paying for the decisions I made over 30 years ago. I take full responsibility for my past. I served my time. I changed my life. I built a business. I built a family. And I've spent decades trying to build something positive through hard work, accountability, and discipline. No handouts got me here. That's why this situation is so frustrating, because the current system is broken. Allowing people to openly smoke fentanyl and meth around occupied businesses while workers and customers breathe it in is not compassion. Leaving needles, pipes, foil, garbage, human waste, and contamination behind is not compassion. And expecting small businesses to absorb all the consequences while being told to stay silent is not compassion either. Many outreach workers probably do care, but there is a serious disconnect when outreach is being done directly behind private businesses, while those same businesses are expected to absorb liability, cleanup, safety risks, intimidation, financial burden, and damage to their reputations. And since this video has been posted, we've experienced hostility both online and in the real world. Negative reviews, attacks on our reputation, pressure placed on our staff and employees, threats towards our business, and attempts to interfere with our livelihood and professional opportunities. Disagreeing with someone is one thing. Trying to destroy someone's livelihood with lies and public attacks is another. The issue is not helping people. The issue is where and how it's being done. Compassion without accountability, boundaries, enforcement, treatment, and public safety is not working. Small business owners deserve compassion. Workers deserve compassion. Customers deserve compassion. Families deserve compassion. And communities, well, they deserve safety. So, Shandell and I decided to take lawful action that any business MBC can do. Step 1, no trespass signs were added to the building, front and back. Step 2, the property owner, Al Kirshner, formally signed a no trespass order, which has been provided to outreach organizations operating within Kelowna. This property is no longer an outreach site. And step 3, we will legally hold people accountable when necessary. This is not about attacking vulnerable people. This is about standing up for businesses, workers, families, customers, and neighborhoods that have been pushed to their limit. To every business owner, employee, customer, property owner, and community member who says they support small businesses, well, now is the time to stand together and to speak honestly about what is happening. Because right now, the liability, the cleanup, the financial burden, safety risks, and the consequences are falling almost entirely on small businesses and their staff. Enough is enough. We can have compassion for struggling people while also saying that businesses, workers, customers, and communities deserve safety, boundaries, and accountability. What was shared online was one angle, one assumption, one narrative. Well, this is ours. And to every person who says they stand with small business or made a comment supporting the owner, well, then share this video and maybe we'll get some real change and get our neighborhoods back. Thanks for your time. It's Saturday. I got to get back to work.